Midnight in Broad Daylight, a 2016 novel by Pamela Rotner Sakamoto, is a gripping true story that delves into the experiences of the Fukuhara family, Japanese Americans who faced profound challenges during World War II. The book meticulously traces their journey, shedding light on various tensions within the Japanese-American experience during this turbulent period in U.S. history. The narrative primarily revolves around the 5 Fukuhara siblings, Pierce, Frank, Mary, Harry, and Victor, who grew up in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. Their story begins with the death of their father, a respected man who had fostered Japanese-American relationships in their hometown of Auburn, Washington. After his passing, the family relocates to Hiroshima, Japan, their ancestral home and a significant trade port. They eagerly embrace life in Japan while maintaining strong ties to their American roots. In the 1930s, 2 older siblings, Harry and Mary, returned to the United States, hoping to resume their American lives. Unfortunately, their timing couldn't have been worse, as the attack on Pearl Harbor soon follows. In response, under President Franklin Roosevelt's leadership, the FBI begins rounding up individuals they suspect of being subversives, many of whom are innocent Japanese Americans. Harry and Mary are among those detained due to an executive order granting military officials the authority to remove suspected subversives from any U.S. community. Subsequently, another executive order leads to the establishment of 10 concentration camps across the United States, where over 100,000 Japanese Americans are imprisoned. While Mary escapes internment, Harry is sent to one of these camps, Gila River in Arizona, where he endures harsh and overcrowded conditions. After some time, military recruiters visit the camp to screen its residents. Harry seizes the opportunity to support his homeland and volunteers as a Japanese translator for the Allied Translator and Interpreter section. He is then transferred to the unit's headquarters in Brisbane, Australia. Meanwhile, in Hiroshima, the Fukuhara brothers Frank and Pierce are drafted into the Imperial Japanese Army, which is engaged in combat against the United States military. As the war intensifies, Harry becomes a skilled interpreter between Japanese and English, using his reputation to move closer to Japan in hopes of reuniting with his younger brothers, despite the fact that they are technically on opposite sides of the war. Harry's journey in the Pacific Islands exposes him to the horrors of war, as he witnesses wartime atrocities and tropical diseases. He even faces danger from American GI soldiers who mistake him for the enemy. However, before Harry can encounter Frank or Pierce in combat, the United States drops the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, causing widespread devastation and suffering. The Fukuhara family's extended relatives are among the victims, suffering from radiation sickness and soaring cancer rates. After the war, Harry returns to California, where he faces persistent discrimination throughout his working life. The military is one of the few industries where he can secure employment, and he becomes a lifelong liaison between the U.S. and Japanese armies. Midnight in Broad Daylight alternates between the perspectives of the Fukuhara family in the United States and Japan, offering a poignant portrayal of the gravity and instability faced by these individuals during the war. It also provides a well-researched account of the deteriorating conditions in Hiroshima, shedding light on the city's post-atomic bomb challenges. Through the Fukuhara family's story, Sakamoto illuminates the emotional and ideological struggles that unfolded on a global scale during this tumultuous period. It reveals the family's initial optimism about America as a place of refuge and opportunity, which was ultimately met with racism and xenophobia. Over time, the forces of war and conflicts of national identity reshaped their perception of the American dream, reflecting the broader disillusionment of the era. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.